as well as my environment,
Yeah.
I've changed my internet provider
Mm.
last week, in fact,
Yeah.
and the company I had been with didn't want to see me go.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
Uh, I had to be stern with them, as the company I migrated to is offering twice as much for half the cost. And
Yeah.
if you remember,
Mm.
I sent you the
Yeah.
advert for them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just to make sure, just to prove I'm telling the truth here.
Yes. Yes. I've seen the evidence, people.
My old company could never afford to equal the offer, and even if they could, why wasn't I offered it beforehand?
Mm.
Right? If they could do that and treat me nicely. And they asked me if I know of any. This is where I'm coming to.
Yeah.
They asked me if I know of anybody, family or friends, who could take over my account with them. And I asked them, what sort of a question is that?
Mm.
It's stupid. If I gave my family and friends any deal, it would be with of where I'm going, where I'm migrating to,
Mm.
because it's a better deal than what I
Yeah.
had.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely. Yeah.
So I'd never give my family or friends a chance to take up what I had,
Mm.
because I'd be doing them a disservice. We should always go to where the pasture is greener,
Yeah.
just
Well,
just a rule of thumb, right? But I still remember the stupid question they asked me, even now, because they asked me last week,
mm. Yeah. 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 I
and I
remember.
still remember it. And I had to ask myself, what made them think of that? What made them think of that question? You know,
Mm.
it it, it just didn't make any sense. You know, it isn't the first time I've encountered people saying things that just don't make sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
The very latest from a couple of days ago was from a person who I thought had all their ducks in a row when it comes to sensible thinking. But Yvette Cooper let me down with her latest. I mean, what was she thinking? She will now use new laws to make it a criminal offence to transport more than 80 people in a rubber dinghy from France to the UK. So we can only assume that transporting 79 is okay, right?
Mm. I think I know where this is going.
Or
Yes.
even 80, or even 80 because she's wanting more than 80 before she
Yeah.
starts to harass people.
Mm.
I have an idea, Miss Cooper. How about one in a rubber dinghy raft crossing the sea to invade the UK is one too many? It can only be something she said on the fly and didn't give it too much thought beforehand, which seems to be a modern trait of British politicians lately. They say these things, they just don't think about it. I don't know what she thinks will be achieved from this new rule, since all the other rules have been broken now for years, right? If I'm not playing by the rules, you can put whatever rule you want. I still won't be playing by them, you know.
Yeah.
And threatening the guy on the tiller with an arrest is a joke because he's like the captain of the rubber dinghy.
Mm.
He's steering, you know. It's
Mm.
his fault.
Yeah.
What about the other Marines on board? Where are you not going to arrest them? Or are they on a cruise? Are they on a cruise? And well, they've paid their money. They're going on a cruise. The next port of call is Dover.
Mm. Yeah. I know. Yes.
So unless Yvette Cooper was trying to be useful at a time when Keir Starmer's leadership was tottering,
Leadership. Oh,
the
sorry. Yeah.
huge, the huge question that needs to be asked is if she becomes a new Labour leader, whatever will she do next?
Yeah. Well. Okay. Well, remembering that Yvette Cooper is probably the best of a bad bunch.
I always respected her. I
Yeah.
respected her up until 2 days ago.
I I think she's probably said something that's yeah, she's probably we all get it sometimes. We get caught. I mean, in my profession, you say silly things that sometimes, and then but you backtrack immediately and say, "Sorry, we, yeah, I'll readdress that." Yeah, I mean, and there's no reason. I love trouble is a lot of politicians are scared to do that. If you make a mistake, it shows a strength of character. If you go back, well, I'm sorry, I'll just rewind that. Yeah, make a joke of it if you must, but yeah, emphasize it. Yeah, I realise what I just said might not be totally fully understandable. And we do it
I
all the
don't,
time on podcasts. Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed, but politicians never apologise and say they were wrong.
Well, yeah, the trouble is they all think they're in a position not to do that. You can I mean it may be something that got pointed to at the time, and it's no harm in saying, sorry, I'll backtrack. I meant this. Yeah, I did. Yeah, maybe I should have said that differently. And there's no harm in doing that. We're all human. And I can accept that politicians are human beings. Yeah. They will make mistakes at the time. Sometimes the trouble is you get, well, okay, politicians that take a few seconds before they say anything normally get criticized for being slow. It's not that. They're processing. Yeah, as I was told, make sure this is engaged before putting this into gear. Yeah. And
Hmm.
even sometimes now, I don't always, you know, Steve, I will sometimes say a joke or something that might not be, yeah, but it depends on context of company. Um, and yeah, I've always been taught use and these first, and this last. Yeah. Yeah, I think she probably said something that was a bit strange. I've not heard that as policy at all. I I don't think it has. I mean, um, I think she probably said something as a mistake. The fact that these people are arriving illegally to begin with means it doesn't matter, like you say, if there's one or there's 80 or 180 on there. I mean, there won't be 180. Again, I've just said something in emphasis, not to, yeah. But the number is academic. If it's more than one, it's illegal. Yeah. Or one or more, I should say. One or more. Again, yeah, just made a mistake, just to emphasize. Yeah. One or more it's illegal. They're entering the country illegally, hence illegal migrants. Yeah. Um, that's not to say anything against them. They're unprocessed. Yeah, there might be a totally legitimate reason why somebody's on a boat like that. But again, there's other ways to come in. You can claim asylum, but you should be claiming asylum, as I understand it, in the first safe country you enter. Yeah. And yeah.
Well, using these small boat people
Mm,
as a gauge.
mm.
They're paying something like $15,000 to come across on the rubber dinghy. I don't know why they don't just get over on the ferry and pay the £25, and as soon as they hit Dover, get off the boat and say I'm claiming asylum.
Well, they probably don't. None of them have any paperwork.
Well,
Yeah. Um, it's yeah. I mean, yes. At the moment, yes. It's yeah. We're discussing it. This is the problem. They're not documented. We don't know. I mean, that's the argument. No one knows who they are when they come in
right.
ashore. Um, I how yeah. Well, they're probably a majority of them probably all have the same first name and possibly last name. But we won't go into the yeah, possibly. And quite, that's probably not a lie either when they give their names. Yeah. Um, but it's um, yeah, I mean, the problem is, yes, stopping them in the first place. I believe the French are trying to do their bit now to prevent them coming across. I don't know. um, let's just say that the French are being paid to do their best to stop them coming.
They have been
Um,
for
yeah,
years. That
yeah. Yeah, I mean, if that's their best, sorry, it's not a very good service. I'm withdrawing payment now. Yeah, and I want my money back for lack of service. Yeah. But um, yeah, I mean, I've heard it said, how do you prevent it in the first place? I mean, even if you put four patrol boats up and down the channel, what they're going to do? They're going to pick them up. What do they do with them once they pick them up? You can't put them back in. Yeah, you can't say turn the boat around Yeah, you can't
That's what
escort them.
Australia did.
Well, yeah.
That's what Australia did. So you can
Hmm. But how? I mean, how are you going
ask
to?
Australia.
Okay. Yeah.
Ask Australia.
Yeah. Well, mind you, I saw a video this morning of the Australians saying they had their Australian guy who's planning to leave Australia because he says, yeah, they've got a bit of a problem with migration. Um, yeah, it's yeah, Indonesia was their problem. I'm I totally agree with you. I mean, I think the trouble is, it sounds like you've got an administration that is now on the verge of complete meltdown and panic. Yeah, and I mean that.
Yeah.
I saw the leader of my country getting a. Would you say it was a light roasting or a quite a strong roasting by number
It's funny you should
47?
say it's funny you should say that because I was thinking about doing a podcast
Mm,
about Trump's visit to the UK on Thursday.
mm,
But Mike Graham, he did it so well
yeah,
uh, this morning on his program Morning Glory
mm,
with Peter Blakely,
yeah.
who's an ex-Met detective.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
He put all the points forward, you know, the brilliant,
It it was a very clever roasting.
brilliant.
It was a very
Oh,
politely done, but very definite to the point. Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, the thing is, this is not only a British problem; it's a European-wide problem. Yeah,
he did the same thing with Delaine.
yeah, yeah. He's even-handed. You got to admit that. Yeah, you got to give that to him. He's sticking to the same script, unlike our leader, who seems to jump to whoever he's in the room with at the particular time. Yeah. Um, it's well, our leader. I say he's not my leader. Well, I still vote in the UK, but I don't live there, so I can't claim he's my leader. But I legitimately vote there. I can do national elections. I'm not allowed to vote in local ones. Um,
He's looking after the house whilst you're gone.
yeah, I mean, I left the UK and the place just fell apart. What can I tell you? I'm not going back there to clear up the mess. Sorry, Steve. It's not. You know.
Start in Birmingham and work your way around.
Well, yeah, I thought of that. I mean, okay, we're in contact with people that live there, and I don't know anyone that's particularly happy about the situation.
No.
Um, and these are good people. I mean, I I'm going to be quite honest, and okay, we're talking about what's happening in Dover, and then what's happening after the people do actually arrive, be they one on a boat or less than 80. Yeah. Um, it's a um I've never known anything like it. And now,
79 or 80 is a good number for Yvette Cooper.
yeah,
She, you know, over 80, sharp intake of breath.
I think 80 is the maximum you can fit on most coaches, isn't it? Just thinking, why 80 came to mind. Um, yeah, straight. But it's a yeah, when you see the what's happening next, and okay, they're getting processed by Ramsgate now, isn't it? I believe. I think the processing place is at Ramsgate. They've moved it there because the one at Dover was apparently.
Full.
I don't know. I don't know if they don't keep them there. I think they moved it there because they thought they could better secure it or something. Um, I really don't know. And then they evidently get shipped off and given their £50 or £40, whatever it is, um, to take.
You know that you've taken the ferry from
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, a couple of few
France,
times, yeah,
right? And so you know that Ramsgate it always plays sort of second string
yeah,
to to Dover.
yeah,
It's quieter. It's sort of more out of the way, and I
mm,
think that's possibly why they're doing it via Ramsgate
yeah,
because it's more out of the way,
yeah,
and not many people are going to be looking,
yeah.
or not as many people are going to be looking.
Well, I
So
think
there'll be an awful lot freer to let more and more in.
well, it was done quietly, but it's become quite widely known, I believe. Now it's at Rams. Well, you didn't know. I did. I heard it the other day. Um, I might be wrong. I hope I'm not putting around fake news. Please, everybody, check before you go and have a look. Have a look at this Ramsgate Centre to see if it's there or not.
Well, the people who are still in Dover looking at Dover might be thinking, "Oh, Starmer's done a Trump. No illegal immigrants are coming through Dover."
Yeah. Well,
Because
that
they're
was
all going through Ramsgate.
yeah. This is just for more coaches going somewhere. I mean, okay, and then obviously the residue of what happens after it. Where are all these people going? My fellow people from Essex have evidently expressed an opinion about something and had a picnic, a few picnics in the area. Yes, and a few other people wanted to join and were told they can't exactly join in really. Yeah, because they were disrupting the picnic. Yeah, and the people policing the picnic were bringing in the other people who were disrupting the picnic. So, so it's all quite fun in that respect. I mean, I did actually look at it. I saw the footage and I could see a lot of the Essex humour coming through. I thought it's quite nice to see. But also feeling homesick. But yeah, I was missing some of the jokes and the banter and the a lot of it. It was quite nice to see it from my point of view. Yeah, quite enjoyed the broadcasts. Yeah, very amusing. Yes, but it's yeah. I mean, there has been a warning by number 47 about it all. Obviously, Trump. Yeah, usually 47. I use euphemisms now because I don't like to repeat things too much. Obviously, we are now being told that there is this online elite internet watchers, apparently in the police, who are going to now be looking for anyone that mentions the immigration situation. Yes.
Well, just to make it plain, this podcast is not complaining about the immigration
No.
situation,
No.
but the idea of Yvette Cooper and saying how many people can be on their rubber dinghies at any one time.
Yeah. And
so it's more of a health and safety issue more than anything else.
well, yes, I agree. If health and safety is everything, the fact that, in my opinion, look at the dinghies and probably unseasoned, untrained people on a dinghy on the choppy channel crossing, doing a health and safety inspection on it, I would advise against ever doing it. Yeah, unless you are qualified to be doing it, and yes,
And as long as there aren't 81 people on board.
well, yes, yeah, you can't overload the boats, but yeah, I would advise against doing it in the first place. Yeah, and given that, yeah, you're upsetting people, the people when they arrive, but also it's treacherous conditions. So
I heard that the French lifeguards are complaining about the number of people on board these dinghies because they're running out of life vests.
I thought they'd take them back. I thought that was what was happening. They've been collected and been given back. I heard the boats were actually being collected and given back to the French. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're not even being knifed or put beyond use or something, I don't know who's making these rubber dinghies, but, I wish I had shares in the company.
I think they're coming out of Germany, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, well. Is that just a clearinghouse?